What should we do?
What we came to do.
Got us at range.
Hang on, Rook. I'll be there. Done.
Ready. Got things ready. Done.
Coming at range.
Got us at range. Watch it.
Watch for ranged attack. Hassan, over there.
Rook, you're hit.
She's blighted. She's blighted. There's a strange feeling to her. The gods corrupted her.
Right. That's unexpected. What should we do?
What we came to do.
Let me catch my breath.
That's got it. Time is yours. Got us at range. help you do the rest. Now it's your turn.
Range incoming! Watch for ranged attack!
On fire. Look out.
As you say.
My go's done. Your turn.
Watch for ranged attack!
Let's go again.
I'm ready, Rook. Hassan, now!
Finale moves yours.
Now's your chance.
We've toyed with these mortals long enough. Your strength is needed elsewhere. Hear my voice and return.
It's gone, but it's wounded.
Gillenane will heal it. Then it'll come back stronger. If only we were faster or figured out its weaknesses a little quicker.
And we have to keep it grounded.
Take the win. Dragon's still out there, but it could have been worse. It would have been worse if you weren't here.
There's another dragon in Treviso. Maybe there's still time.
Let's go. Hold on, Lucanus. We're on our way. We chased away the dragon in Menrathis. Did you kill the one?
We did not.
That monster flew around the city for hours before it left, utterly out of reach.
It rained ice on the city and spread blight in the canals. Treviso survives for now, as do the crows. But
We came as quick as we could after Menrathis.
there was little chance. However fast you came, the gods timed their invasion well.
I thought we'd be faster. I thought...
Rook, you know Grey Wardens. Can they do anything about the blighted canals?
maybe not right away. They'll have their hands full with the gods.
Just send them word, please.
We will not be idle. There are people to save and Antam to be made examples of. The city must know who did this. Give us time, Rook. If you truly wish to help, the crows will have work.
The others, Nev, are they all right?
They are.
Then I can focus on Treviso. Once we find our footing, the blood of these gods will flow.
Blighted dragons, Darkspawn obeying the Venatori? Maybe Solus will know something.
Greetings, friends. Chance Candide, at your service.
I'm Rook.
Ah! Taya and Viago have mentioned that you can be trusted, and I require assistance. The Blight has piled itself onto the streets, choking off the city. We cannot have it. I will mark where it is worst. Please, go and clear it away. I see a Grey Warden in your party. You must know how to handle Blight, Sir Warden.
Just leave it to us.
Gladly.
Strength earns mastery.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the Griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Asan.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
Then where did Asan and the others come from?
Way I heard it, someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now, down to just one.
What's the history between Grey Wardens and Griffins?
Back in the day, Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle. Eventually, war took its toll. They died out.
Well, a confused Griffin should fit right in around here.
Appreciate it. There's no training manual for them anymore.
I guess we'll figure it out together.
Griffins don't trust easily. Lancet and Remy had to work to win them over. They said a warden and a griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum. Sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloomhowler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the griffins.
Don't worry, you and I have a deal. We'll find them.
Appreciate that. Though it sounds like you've got your hands full around here.
Just a tad.
Elgarnon and Gillenane. Hard to believe.
Can't be easy hearing that your own gods are ending the world.
Elves have enough trouble. Don't need this on our heads too. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
I know. Our problem around here is we think too small.
Okay then. Good to know the boss can laugh about it.
Not really, but dwelling on things won't help.
What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Or maybe you need a new menu.
When last we spoke, you were hunting for followers of Elgarnon and Gillenane in hopes of finding specifics. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elgarnon and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
And now we've seen that power firsthand. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Venatori brought into Minrathous. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The Blight. Of course.
The Blight seems to be the gods' favored tool right now. We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elgarnon would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the Blighted Dragons.
That is the fate Elgarnon and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Right. Everyone should be free and uncorrupted when your demons and raw magic kill them.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
We thought you were just bringing the veil down to destroy everything. If we'd known...
Thousands would still have perished. Varric would never have agreed to such a plan.
Why would you agree to it?
The world is broken because of my past choices. It falls to me to heal it, even if that healing comes with a cost.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am, as I have always been, a man, all too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
I've got enough problems right now as it is. That's one for future Rook to deal with.
Pragmatism. You will focus on the present, knowing that someday you will face the consequences of your choices. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yeah, we found the crossroads. It's still confusing though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganon's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
Solus thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least. Rook, when I was with the Inquisition, I saw some terrible things. But what happened to Treviso? I mean, so much death. Lucanus stayed behind. He said he'll be back soon, but at least you took care of yours.
We heard it but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
A dragon hunter would have helped him in Rathas, that's for sure.
Then we find one. Next time a blooded dragon comes calling, it'll be the last time it comes calling.
We can't forget the second dragon in Treviso. We should see how we can help, but we're without Lucanus until he's done helping the crows. Who knows how long?
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Just so we're clear, you're taking advice from this elven god, Solus. The Solus who tried to tear down the veil? You really trust him?
Trust is such a strong word, you know?
So you don't trust him? All right then.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry, not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going.
Rook, I was thinking of taking Hassan for a walk. He could use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along.
Need and knowledge.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Raveni treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Ravane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
What do you know about what's going on in Ravane right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solus. The Kunari were on pretty good terms with Ravane, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Qun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Ravane like they did Treviso and Eastern Tevinter.
All right. Guess we'll be ready. Thanks for finding a contact. There can't be that many professional dragon hunters around.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an alluvion in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
Okay, Valara, what's your lead on getting us a Fate expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Myrna, Vorgoth, what's more of the Mornwatch doing here?
I've been writing to a senior Fate expert. Turns out he's a watcher like you, but I needed help tracking him down.
Thus we came.
You've done well since we last met at the Necropolis, Rook. Back straight.
You wouldn't believe what I've seen since I left the Watchers.
No one truly leaves the Watchers.
A home and life, a birth and death.
A house of many mansions.
So Balara's been in touch with one of our own necromancers?
Yes. Do you know Professor Emmerich Volkarin?
I've heard of him around the Necropolis. Never met.
The professor specializes in the Fade and spirits, a truly powerful psychagogue. He's currently investigating a disturbance in the Shrouded Halls. Seek him there.
The place we were forbidden to enter as novices? Those Shrouded Halls?
You're long past being a novice.
Rook, prepare well.
Agreed. The Shrouded Halls have lately been restless.
I bolstered guards along the ridge. We've got the high
Lived
ground.
around these parts. Get all your god-killing implements right here. Come back anytime.
Do we have the latest scouting report?
Let's get going. I've been thinking. Lancet and Remy used special food to train the Griffins. Said it was the fastest way to start a bond.
Right, what did you call it? Turlum?
That's it. And gingerwort truffles were the Griffins' favorite treats. They grow around ruins. We're going to teach Hassan how to find some.
How did you end up with the Grey Wardens?
Grew up in a Dalish clan. I'd hear all these stories about things that happened thousands of years ago.
The Dalish do love their history.
Except I wanted to make history. Didn't fit in. Got bored, so I went looking for adventure.
How'd that go over with your clan?
Poorly. They felt like I rejected them.
Did you?
Yeah, I suppose. Clan life wasn't for me. I had to get away.
So then what happened? You're out in the world, looking for adventure.
Got my ass kicked. Went broke. I couldn't go crawling back to my clan of failure. Doubt they'd take me back. It forced me to figure out what I was good at. Always had a knack for hunting. doing? That's not a truffle. That's a nug. You'll get fleas.
At least he's having fun.
Truth is, purrs when you scratch him. Maybe we can speed things up by helping him. Let's search the bushes. Look around for truffles.
Ow! That was a thorn.
Keep looking.
Nug droppings. Yuck.
The Nugs pretty much own Arlithan Forest.
Nope. This is harder than it looks.
It's fleas, isn't it? What'd I tell you?
Actually, I think it's a truffle.
Huh.
Maybe the Nugs like truffles. Could Hassan know that if you follow them, you might find truffles?
Are you really that smart, boy?
Seems pretty clever to me.
If only you'd be clever enough to listen.
Well, you're still getting to know each other. Remember, Turlum. Remy was probably right. Remember how she said he needed a lighter touch?
If I go soft on him, the world would chew him up.
Let's give you both a chance and see if you can find any more of these.
How?
Find some nugs, see what happens. So how did you go from hunter to slayer of monsters?
Uncle Eldrin. An old elf I knew growing up. When I was a kid, I'd hunt just about anything. Rabbits, deer, fox. Eldrin gave that purpose. Taught me the way of three trees. The way of the arrow, way of the bow, way of the wood.
That sounds noble.
Eldrin taught me to hunt the unnatural so the natural can thrive. Be a force for good. Besides, it was either that or starve. Monsters paid good coin.
But why become a Grey Warden? If you were making money on your own...
I didn't leave my clan to get rich. Had to prove it was all worth something. I needed a cause.
Well, there must be easier causes than fighting Darkspawn all your life.
Darkness is a sparring partner. The greater the shadow you confront, the stronger you are for winning.
Till you meet one you can't beat.
Haven't yet. There. I think Hassan's got something. Why don't you take a look? I'll be damned. Follow the nugs.
Like I said, he's a clever one.
Might make a tracker out of you yet. Hungry? What? It's gingerwort. Eat it.
Remember, light touch.
I mean, it's dessert fit for a prince. See?
He'll be fine. He just has a strong spirit. Let him grow into it.
Might not have time for that. With Lancet and Remy gone, if something happens to me, he'll have to stand on his own.
So don't let anything happen to you.
I'm a Grey Warden. Death's around every corner. Not that I don't enjoy punching it squarely in the face.
2 or 3 times, just to be sure.
Mm-hmm. But you can't beat back death forever. Okay, boy. That's enough for one day.
But he's having fun.
He overeats, and you'll find out how fun Griffin puke is.
Hassan, you heard him. Let's go.
Careful ahead. You bet.
There you go. Take him out.
I'm ready. You got it.
job, Davrin.
No problem.
Good to go.
I'm good to go again. I'm there.
Oh, we did it.
I hear you're the one who got that fancy Illuvian up and running.
I did. Well, most of the way. Everyone helped out.
So tell me, how safe is it? Any reason to be worried?
Oh, you shouldn't worry at all.
So it's safe then?
No, just worrying won't help. Whatever happens would be instantaneous.
Uh-huh. That's reassuring.
Look at that.
Hassan, on that! Way to get it done. Keep that up, Rook. I'm ready to go again. Rook, you can't take much more of this.
Ready here. Took them down, sweet.
Not bad, Rook. Good to go here.
Ready here. Bad spot, move!
Clear the area. Hassan, go!
You gotta move! Good to go.
Heads up, on your right! More of that, Rook. Just a second. Rook's getting hit.
Ready to go. Right up. Get clear. Get clear.
Rook's taking a beating. Keep that up.
We're getting good at this.
They interrupt, as predicted, as expected, as hoped.
What was that?
Learn, adapt, triumph.
That's incredible.
That's one word for it. Where's all that water coming from?
Cup.
Watch ahead.
Here they come.
Ranged incoming.
They're at range. heard about this Nadas Derthalin spirit you found.
I sure didn't expect that.
Be careful. Things that pop out of nowhere usually bite you in the ass.
Like Assad?
And that beak of his hurts.
A pit of darkspawn? Let's clear him out. Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter? Who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Well, no. I guess now that the Inquisition answers to the Chantry, that makes her Divine Victoria's spy master.
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
A spy master? She doesn't know things about me, does she? Do I need to worry?
Charter probably knows everything about you. Oh, but she's not gonna use it against you. I mean, if you behave.
So, how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
And the Inquisitor's advisors? What about them?
Of all of them, I'd say Josephine is my favorite. She's lovely. She still sends me a box of handmade sweets from Val Royeaux every year on my name day. Cullen and I got along too, but he was always busy. He would have bad days from lyrium withdrawal sometimes, and I would share the tea that my ma sent. He's from Ferelden too. Maybe it reminded him of home.
What about Liliana? I heard she's intense.
I think she likes to cultivate that reputation. She's not nearly as terrifying as she sounds. Oh, I passed her in the Great Hall one day, and she suddenly turned and asked me if I wanted a nug.
A nug? Those small pink rodent things? What for?
She loved them and made a hobby of breeding them as pets.
So, did you take the nug?
No! What am I gonna do with a nug?
But you did know people from the Inquisitor's inner circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Sarah was a puppy with a new toy. 100 new toys. Fun, if you can handle the mess. She was really the only one who could make Rainier, well, Blackwall then, let down his guard. Otherwise, he kept to himself and stuck to the stables. We'd talk when I visited the horses. And there was Cole, of course.
The spirit boy?
Yep. I was just sitting on the walls one day, and he asked if he could join my game.
Like a card game?
Nah, just good old people watching. Must have seemed like a game to him somehow. We'd pick strangers out of the crowd and try to say something about them. Like, ooh, she heard the joke yesterday and she's still trying not to laugh. Or one of Cole's. His eyes remind her of the ones beneath her bed.
I have so many questions.
Believe me, I did too.
Cole didn't elaborate?
I think I prefer the mystery. Don't you?
Wasn't Cole an empath? He must have been great at this game.
Aha, but the rule was you couldn't say anything you actually knew. He got it in the end. I think.
So you didn't ask him if you guessed right?
Well, being right wasn't the point. Making a habit of seeing people was. I think he liked that. It's why you don't miss.
So tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
You helped people. That's not small.
It sure felt like it sometimes. I'd sit with Rector and Faulkner and we'd watch the important people with their important business rushing by.
Rector? Faulkner?
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right. Like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
He might be lonely, but I doubt he cares. He's single-minded. Nothing else matters besides his crusade.
Because it's the only thing he's had. My ma used to say, a caged dog forgets there's grass outside. Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?
Hi, I'm Rook. I'm very much hoping you're Tosh.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
The Lords want to hit a cave on the coastal cliffs. Big Vincimer makes her lair there. We get her out, the Lords get in, we go home and get drunk. Might be more on Tom. Don't get in my way.
I've got a good feeling about her. So what's the plan exactly?
We need to lure the Vincimer out of her lair. I set bait, she comes out to eat. My partners loot the lair while she's out here. We'll find the bait on the beach.
You said the dragon we're dealing with was a Vincimer.
Yeah, blue with a yellow belly. Breathes lightning.
Lightning? Now we're talking.
We're not fighting her. Lords just want the horde in her lair. On Tom ahead. Be ready. They go hard. Watch yourself. They have Gatlock cannons. Shit! This is not your land!
Way to fight, Rook! They're at range!
So you've got no problem fighting other Qunari?
I'm from Mervain. Not like I follow the Qun.
You've got the arm ropes.
Sure. I wear a lot of stuff. You don't get to tell me who I am. Doesn't matter anyway. The Antom don't follow the Qun either. Not anymore.
Tosh, why do you want to work with us?
I don't.
I thought you wanted us here to help you.
No.
We're not fighting the dragon?
No. Vincimers eat big game, usually sea life. They're not hostile unless you do something stupid.
Like, poke around in its lair?
Right. So we lure her out, then the Lords go in and grab anything shiny.
But you do kill dragons, right? You're a dragon hunter.
I kill them when they need killing. This one doesn't. All right, beach is up ahead.
Right. You said we'd find bait here?
Bait'll find us. Come on.
The bait? Look out! Deep Stalkers!
Knew they'd find us.
The Deep Stalkers are the bait? Now you're stealing my tricks. Hassan!
What if you... Two of them?
Dragons have big stomachs.
Heads up! Bigger one on the way. Could be the Alpha.
That's the pack leader. Take her down.
Trouble behind you! That's how you do it, Tosh. Hassan, over there. Coming in range. Right.
I think that's the last of them. Now what?
Now I get the fire going and make our dragon dinner. Good. She'll like it. And this potion will put her to sleep for a few hours. But we gotta get her attention. Use the horn up there. Come on, she'll be here soon.
So we held up our end of the bargain?
You did okay. So, what do y'all do?
Right now, we're trying to take down evil god monsters and their blighted dragons.
What? That can't be right. Dragons don't get blighted. They're smart enough to avoid that crap.
However it's happening, the gods are using the blight to force dragons to attack people.
That's messed up. Somebody needs to stop them. There you go. A Tuskari.
Where are we headed?
That old Grey Warden fort. Anton might be there. I want to see what they're doing. If it's anything the Lords of Fortune need to worry about.
She responded quickly to the horn.
This time.
You fed her before?
Took a while to get her used to it.
It sounds like you've got her trained.
You train a dog. You reach an understanding with a dragon. Vinsomers are clumsy on land, better in the water. They cut the surface like a knife.
They swim?
They dive down after prey like a giant bird. Sometimes they stun schools of fish with their lightning. Gulp them all down in a single bite.
That was close. A lot bigger than a griffin.
Letting us know she sees us. Might also be her way of saying thanks for the food.
Some of these buildings look like Grey Warden.
Good eye. Wardens used to have a big outpost here. They left after a volcano erupted. Said it closed some tunnels.
Makes sense. If a volcano floods the deep road with magma, you need to worry about Darkspawn using those tunnels. Antom are definitely here.
Let's check inside the fort. I want to see what they're doing. Shit. More Antom. You're not even supposed to be here.
On your right!
Weak dust people? I'll show you weak dust people!
Coming in range!
Ready.
On it! Thanks, Davrin.
No problem.
Come on, let's keep looking.
So the Antom took over the outpost after the Grey Wardens abandoned it?
Yeah. Ravain and the Canary were at peace forever. Then the Antom broke away from the Qun and invaded. But Canary builders are part of a different caste. They didn't break away. So the Antom take over old forts like this instead of building their own. Grapples, nets. The Antom are going after the Vincimer.
She's a dragon. She can take care of herself.
Not after I drugged her. Come on. They've been watching. They knew I drug her to make her sleep. Assholes!
As you say.
Watch for ranged attack! Assad, on that!
Taking us at range.
Incoming! It's all yours! Beat the odds.
They haven't seen us yet. We can run.
Hey! I brought her down. She's mine by right.
Makara.
Mara Namra Benori Bala! Atashmar Tarost! Asit Tarala! Kyuto!
Yunasi Beshidan.
Tarala!
Come on!
Trouble ahead.
They've got us in range.
Nice move, Rook.
We're clear.
So, you breathed fire.
Yeah?
You don't just hunt dragons. You're part dragon?
Were we supposed to know this? Because I don't remember you mentioning it.
We can talk later. Let me know when you're ready. I'll burn the chains off the dragon.
A trapped animal is a scared animal. She'll be angry once we free her.
You're right. We gotta be ready to run. Hopefully she won't chase us.
As one dragon flew off, now safe to finish its nap, uninterrupted, another was about to wake up. The surviving Antam poachers carried news of a fire-breathing Kunari back to their leader. Tosh and the team would soon find themselves being hunted by the Dragon King.
Wonderfully done, Tash. While you played with the big scary dragon, we looted the shiny stuff from her cave. So, Rook, Varric's talked about you. I see he wasn't making shit up this time. They call me Isabella, among other things.
What did you find in the cave?
A lot of dragon shit, gold, some fancy trinkets, and this.
How much could you get for something like that?
A fair bit of gold if you're lucky. Maybe a war if you're not.
But this piece is not for sale. The Lords of Fortune retrieved it at my request.
Rook, this is Shathan. She's our expert on Kunari artifacts.
This piece predates the Steel Age by centuries. It comes from an earlier attempt at settlement. One that left no survivors. You used your fire.
What? No.
Were you seen by the Antam? You promised you would be careful, Evatosh. You need to be away for a while. It is good you are joining Rook's team.
I'm what?
We expect some dragon trouble, so we need a dragon hunter. You'll feel right at home.
Hooray.
Our contact here said you'd agreed to join us.
Didn't Shathan... I thought you and your mother had agreed on this.
Nope.
Whoops. Well, you'll work it out. You always do. For gold and glory, Tash. You're welcome back whenever. Rook, pleasure doing business with you.
Mother, what did you do?
I thought you would enjoy the chance to work with Rook's team. Do you not wish to stop these blighted dragons?
Of course I do. I might have decided to join on my own. Maybe after you talked to me.
I talked to you about not using your fire in front of the Antam. I will prepare potions for you to take. Would you prefer ginger or lavender?
The ginger.
Hassam Vinek. Rook, you will keep her safe.
She strong-armed you onto the team just like that, huh?
Looks like.
Anyway, welcome to the team. Might not be what you wanted, but we could really use the help.
I'll get my stuff. Hey. It is.
Sorry?
Joining your team. It is what I wanted.
Glad to hear it.
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep, for gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can. Isabella's undies would catch fire if she saw all this.
So why do the Lords of Fortune care enough about dragons to have a dedicated dragon hunter?
Lots of great old crap ends up in dragon hordes.
Why do dragons care about gathering treasure? It's not like they go to the market.
Dragons like metals and gems. Anything glittery catches their eye.
Huh, so they're like really large magpies?
Kinda. And they live for centuries. Lots of time to gather a bunch of shiny crap. Plus all the gear carried by idiots who thought they could kill a dragon.
Bet you deal with a lot of nasty traps during those treasure hunts.
Yep.
What's the most complicated one you've dealt with?
Old Elven armory. Had letters on tiles. Probably supposed to spell out the name of a god or something.
Probably.
I don't read Elven. Found handholds in the ceiling and swung across.
That sounds more like a puzzle than a trap.
Ugh, puzzles.
You've got the right idea, going across the ceiling. Varric and I ran into an old elven puzzle once while hunting for Solace. There were these talking statues.
Riddles?
One only lied, and one only told the truth, I think.
Ugh. What'd you do?
Varric gave them an autographed copy of his book. Turns out he's really popular in the Fade.
Nice.
Feel free to use the ancient elven artifacts for weight training, but nothing leaves with you, okay?
Don't worry about that. The Lords of Fortune aren't thieves.
I mean, aren't you, though?
Nah. Anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it. That's what my mother does with the Kunari stuff.
So your mother appraises Kunari artifacts the Lords of Fortune find?
Yeah. She tells them how rare something is. How much it might be worth. Also tells them if they found something cultural.
Cultural?
You know, important. Stuff you don't want going to some rich noble's collection. The lords send that stuff back to the Kunari in Parvalin. They pay the lords a finder's fee.
Interesting. The lords do all this out of the goodness of their hearts?
We do get paid. Name another job where you get danger pay for killing giant spiders.
Right. For gold and glory.
The lords are good people. They helped my mother when she came here from Kantar. She got here with nothing but me and the clothes on her back. Only skill she had was Kunari history. The lords gave her work.
Huh. How does the Ravani Royal Guard feel about the Lords of Fortune?
They used to complain about us. But that was before the Antam invaded Ravane.
And now Rivane sees the benefits of having a bunch of heavily armed people on their side.
Same for the Pirate Armada. It's bigger than Ravane's official navy. But we're also helping save old artifacts. The Antam are burning ruins as they move south. We get artifacts out before the Antam destroy them. Magical stuff. Cultural stuff. Stuff you don't want to lose.
All right, I guess I'll just leave you here, treasure hunter, with all the priceless artifacts.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravane later. Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along, if you want.
Do I need to be ready for combat or traps?
Nah.
All right, just let me know when.
Hey, you heard of the Hall of Valor? It's a fighting arena with the lords.
Interesting.
Just tell me when you're ready.